concatenation. This is a continuation of the advanced field mapping options in ConnectALL, and also from what we've heard from the field, the number one use case for business scripts. So what have we done here? We've simply added the ability to configure multi-field concatenation directly through field mapping. This is a one-way mapping from up to 5 source fields to a single destination. The concatenation configuration gives you a free text entry with placeholders that will be filled by the field values to create the concatenation output. This supports simple markup that would be handled by the destination field, whether that's a Jira wiki text like I have here, or if it's an HTML field, you can do HTML markup in the text box, and ConnectALL will convert that as it's sent over to the destination application. And like I said, this replaces a lot of common business script use cases. So anywhere where we needed to do a simple transformation by either adding a string or putting 2 fields together, or turning a URL into a clickable link, we can now do this directly through the UI. Things to know. It updates the destination field when any of the fields included in the source side of the concatenation are updated. So we don't send the concatenated string with every sync, only if any one of the fields is updated. And then it is if any one of the fields are updated, we update the whole field value in the destination. For multi-value fields like labels or tags, or an array of sprints like we get out of Jira when we sync sprint, we'll send the list of values as a comma-separated list in the output. We have future work to have some configuration around this, but for now it's just a simple comma-separated list when there are multiple values. The supported adapters list is the same as for multivariate mapping, so it is a limited set. We did also, for multivariate, add support for Endeavor and Tosca. So then those now support multivariate mapping as of 4.0. And then I have the list of supported adapters here, which is pretty much the list of next-gen adapters and tier 1 adapters. Let me show you how this works. So jumping over to ConnectALL, I have a demo story set up here. And when I'm configuring a concatenation, I can grab multiple fields to a single field, just like with multivariate mapping, add that to the mapping, and concatenation has been added to this value mapping tab. This has been renamed advanced mapping because we're starting to put additional functionality in here. And you can see we have this value transformation tab. I said concatenation only supports one-way mapping. And so when you pick value transformation, it requires that you pick your direction. And it shows your selected fields here, which you can click and add as placeholders, and then add your text. So that is kind of the basics of concatenation. You can add the field multiple times. It's just multiple placeholders. In the rare case that you have 2 fields with the same field name and different field IDs, we append the field ID to the field name in this selected fields list and in the list here so that you can differentiate. Once a field has been added to the concatenation, it is highlighted and stays highlighted to show that it's in use, while the ones that are in gray are not in use. We do not stop you from saving the mapping with unused fields because there's not an easy way to remove a single field from here. What that would end up meaning is that anytime that field was updated, the rest of the concatenation would run as well. So we don't recommend this as a use case, but it is the functionality just to avoid, hey, I want to make an update to my concatenation. I want to remove this field. Oh, now I need to re-add my whole field mapping and change my concatenation string. And we didn't want to run into that case where in a change configuration, you weren't able to save here. So we do notify you that not all of your fields are in use, but we don't block you from saving. Let me show you an example that I have pre-configured here. This is actually a customer use case that we got where they said, we want the URL link that we sync from ConnectALL into our other product to be a clickable link, and we want it to have the text of the formatted ID. So that's what I've done here in Jira Wiki markup. You could also do this in HTML markup and just make it an HTML link using that format, depending on what's supported in your destination. So here I have the formatted ID coming from Rally, the URL system field generated by ConnectALL. I'm appending that to the description. So if I run this sync, give me just a moment to run this. I will create a new story here. So I'll create that. And I may have forgotten to activate my automation, so let me go do that. The filters on our dashboard in the EAP environment are not in an ideal state right now. So let me find, here's our automation. I'm going to activate it, and I'll do a rerun just to ensure that we get our story we created. New story created. I'll come over to Jira. And here's that new story. And you can see the text here has the URL link, which can take me back to Rally. So that's a pretty cool capability to be able to, there's a lot of things that we can do with concatenation. It's not just URL links. It's any time that we need to stick fields together to create that final value. I know in some cases I've seen putting IDs and names together to create the names and the destination or other similar use cases.